Yeah, ready when you are.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body.
Well, a very good afternoon, Ventura, and welcome to TV Ventura. Myself, Alex, your entertainment manager, and
Abby, your assistant entertainment manager. And how are you today?
I feel underdressed.
We always say this. Alex, what are you dressed in blues for today?
It's Jukebox Hero today.
It is. It's been very popular, this cruise, as well,
It
hasn't
has
it?
been. We've had a very good attendance, and what makes it so great is Jamie and I often have a heated discussion, shall we say, about our selection of music and what we enjoy and what we disagree with each other. And everything that Jamie disagrees with me, our guests agree with me. And everything I disagree with Jamie, they still agree with me, so I'm winning.
So really, he just needs to come off it, doesn't he?
He does. He just needs a bit more education. As the kids would say, he needs to pipe down.
He needs to get back in his box or pipe down, correct?
Yes.
I love it. Right, Alex, what we've got today. So that's my job, because we discussed this earlier, sorry. So today we have two guests, but our first guest, you may have seen him around the ship. He's always very colourful and he's lovely, and he's part of our youth entertainment and youth department this cruise. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Magic Sam.
Here he comes. Look at that. Oh,
The audience goes wild, you see, wild.
They're going crazy here.
It's so busy, isn't it?
it is. It is. They fight to come here.
If only you could see the camera. If only you could turn the camera the other way and everyone could see how amazing it is.
I mean,
1
it's
o'clock.
just smiling faces. The fact they came in from the sunshine alone just shows
That
us.
will all be edited in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Magic Sam, so tell us what you do on board, first of all.
Guessing magic.
I dress up very colourfully, yes. I do a lot of magic, which is why I call myself Magic Sam. And I did start off calling myself Alaka Sam, but I got some sort of,
Ooh.
it's quite good, isn't
I
it?
like that.
Alaka Sam, I think. But it was kind of too clever because people were kind of calling, going, are you Elika Sam? And I was like, okay, you just don't get it. I'm going to go back to Magic Sam. So
Yeah.
it does what it says on the tin.
It's simple, it's nice. I like it. Do what we say.
Yeah, it's simple. That's what.
Buy one, get one free.
So
I understand
I do
that.
lots of magic, basically.
Yes.
So I'm teaching magic on this cruise. I've got some magic workshops. I've got some circus workshops. We've had some good juggling workshops and circus workshops, which have been great. This morning we had a balloon making workshop, which was really fun. So we made some balloon dogs, we made some swords, and a swan. We made a very good balloon swan.
Oh, cool. I can
Very
make a
good.
round balloon.
You can make a round balloon.
Just blow it up and it's round.
You're very good.
I'm
You're wasted, aren't you? Wasted, Alex.
Quite
But this is why I
professional.
have to overdress, because, you know.
I do quite like your outfit, actually. I love that colour combination. It's actually very nice. It's the yellow socks. It's the attention to detail. that I
Yeah,
like.
exactly. That's what really sets it apart, isn't it? And the odd laces.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. Yeah, we're just looking,
And the odd laces
judging the odd
match.
laces match. How cool is
The
that?
orange matches the orange stars, magic,
It's-
and the yellow matches the yellow.
I mean, you can't ask for any more, can you?
You-
You don't
you
get this on any other cruise line.
No, you do not.
No,
Exactly.
it's just
exactly.
here.
So, as you
And for
said,
4 more nights, I've got a bow tie that just spins and flashes and sprays water.
oh, that's
Don't
cool.
tell Alex that. You will want it.
I did have a spinny, flashy bow tie, but it strangled me, so I had to take it off. That's a bit
That's
of a
not
shame,
good.
really.
I was asked a similar question. Probably shouldn't go down this route as
Keep going.
entertaining the children. But somebody, as I was blowing up the balloons for the workshop today, said, "Don't you want to just take a balloon and strangle them?" And I was like, "No, we're not making scarves. We're making dogs today."
Well,
So,
it's funny you say that, because we're going into, we call it summer season, don't we? Summer season
Because it's the season in the summer.
in the summer, but the children and the young adults, they finish school very shortly, but the Scottish break up before the English. And this cruise, I think we've had, is it 100 odd children?
We have now.
No, we definitely have. But the thing is, we always say, I don't see them as much, because they get such, it is brilliant, you know, the youth centre and what we offer, and, you know, they have a better time than us, don't they?
Well,
Not the
yeah, they're on
guests, as in you
holiday.
and I. Yeah, as in the crew members. It is a great concept. So, you know, we do thank our youth staff for that. And we want the kids, we want them to just have just as a great time as everyone else.
Yeah, and the advantage is obviously you've got stuff that you can do as separate, but then also
Yeah.
you've got family stuff as well where you can do, and all the stuff all links together.
Everything.
So, Magic Sam,
yes.
let's see some magic. I mean, not that I'm
Okay.
putting you to the test, but
I'm going to put the microphone down, but I'm going to show you, if we can see it, a cups and balls routine. Now, this isn't in my magic show, so don't worry, I'm not doing any spoilers here. You have missed a magic show if you haven't seen the first one, but the second one is the day after Gibraltar. Just a cheap plug there to Ventura TV.
Plug.
3 o'clock in Havana. Just saying, it's going to be epic. So come along.
If you say so yourself, that's the way we like
But
it.
I won't be doing this, so don't be put off by this. But this is a cups and balls routine, which is the very first magic trick ever invented. So I thought it was a good place to start. And I'm teaching this on board, so I've taught this in some of my magic workshops. And it goes like this. I've never done it holding a microphone, so this could be interesting. But it's basically...
I know what I can do. You put the mic down
could you hold
and
the
I'll
mic? That would
hold
be
a mic
excellent.
for you.
And I'll just watch because I get mesmerised by this stuff.
Now, what you need to do is not only watch the trick, but watch Abby's face, because that's just as mesmerising for different reasons.
Okay, so this is the cups and balls routine with 3 balls and 3 cups. It goes like this. We take 1 ball, even though the cups are totally solid plastic, genuine plastic. We put 1 ball on top of the middle cup. Then we cover the ball over, and with a click, the ball goes straight down through and comes out from underneath the cup. You're right, the face was really good. Didn't even rehearse that face, but it was really good. Do that one again, it's good.
Wow.
Look, keep going, because it gets better. Look, I love this. This is so much fun. So if you're watching TV Ventura, you have to watch this twice now, just to watch the trick once, and then watch Abby's reaction the other time. This is like YouTube.
It's just going to get better. So the first time, we have 1 ball go through. The second time, we take the second ball, we place the second ball on top of the middle cup, we cover it over, we click, and when we do, 2 balls go down through. You've now penetrated the middle cup a second time. The third time, guess what's going to happen? We take the third ball, we place it on top. This is like a warm-up for Astonishing tonight, isn't it? I mean, nobody needs to watch the main stage show. I mean, you're getting it right now. No, do, because it's really good. We place the cups over the top with a click. The third ball goes down through. I don't know if you can see that, but there's 3 balls. Abby, just when your face can't get any more impressed, I'm going to take this ball, which is an invisible ball. Right. When you blow, it becomes magic. You place it on top of the cup, you cover it over, you click, and underneath, you get 3 balls, 4 balls and 3 cups.
I mean, there's no words, is there? There's just no
There
words.
is. That's amazing.
I mean, they don't call me Magic Sam for nothing, do they?
I know, and
Do you know what
now
I mean?
it's
Teach me to do that.
Probably not.
Not right now, but in general life.
Absolutely, in general
General
life.
In
life.
general real
So
life.
Abby has these phrases that she says, stuff like general life, opposed to this is just a dream.
Yeah, like real life, real life, yeah.
Oh,
You
that didn't hurt
that
you,
was
yeah.
incredible, well done.
Thank you very much.
And are the kids as impressed as I am?
Probably not as...
Sometimes. No, you were really good. If you could sit in the front on the first on the show, that would be great.
Honestly, I was just like,
Ooh,
didn't get that. How did that
And
happen?
it's not fake, genuine. I love magic. It just
You
so
really do.
impresses us. It really does. I think it makes everyone happy.
Yeah,
it really does.
I was saying to somebody yesterday how I was really shy as a child, and you wouldn't
No.
believe it now. I know, shocking. I was scared of anyone in a full mascot costume, and I was just petrified. I mean, some of them quite scary, but I mean, I was scared of the nice ones.
Oh, fair enough.
I bet you love Disneyland.
And, yeah, well, odd story. So I was petrified, was really, really shy as a kid. There was a big red elephant that came to the school.
A real one?
No, not, unfortunately not. I mean, I probably thought it was. This is one of your phrases. And this mascot elephant came to promote the fire safety in our school. And it was there it felt like every month. And every time I saw it, I absolutely freaked out and had to go round the edge of the school to get out the gate and just ran because I was petrified. They were giving out stickers. I mean, who doesn't love stickers?
Oh.
But I couldn't do it. And then at the age of 19, I went to work in Disney, looking after the characters, as we say.
So you had to get over it straight away, pretty much.
I think by the age of 12, I'd got over it. But I was very shy, so coming back to magic, it was something that helped me break down that boundary and kind of talk to people and get that reaction.
Do you know, it is very good because we always say Alex's mum's which is a counsellor, isn't she? She's like a doctor
Many
counsellor.
things.
She's many things, but she's a counsellor. And I think magic brings people together.
It does.
I really do believe that.
I'd like to see your face for an elastic band trick because I'm
Go on,
wearing
let's
some
do an elastic band
Can I
trick.
do that?
Yes.
Have we got time?
Gina,
I know you have another guest. I don't want to take all your time, but
Oh, Luke's loving it as much as I am.
okay. I need the microphone.
Need the mic
sorry.
in. Teamwork. Together we can.
Okay, so
this is a magic trick with 2 elastic bands. They are genuine normal elastic bands. Now, I kind of like the trick where you do linking rings. You've ever seen that with the linking rings where you link them together? So it's a little bit like that. So what you do is you take this elastic band, you dangle it down behind, and then you catch them just on these 2 fingers. Now, it's impossible to take this elastic band away from this without kind of fumbling around and then catching it again. So it's really tricky to release that elastic band. So it can't come off there, and it can't come off here. But if you blow like this, it just comes apart. Which is kind of cool, but some people go, oh, you know what, Magic Sam, that's not that cool because, you know, you've not actually linked them together. What you've done is you've just kind of held them in a weird way. But if you go like this, you can see that one is actually linked within the other elastic band. Your face is quite good now as well. It's catching, isn't it? So obviously, to get that out, you would then have to break the elastic band, which is a bit of a shame, but I don't mind because it's Ventura TV. So if you break the elastic band, this one is whole. And then with a little bit of magic, you can just take the 2 ends here and just fix them back together. And then it should become whole again. And you're back with 2 elastic bands.
Do you know what? I need to learn to do that with my hair bubbles because I go through so many hair bubbles because they all break. So I would like to know how to do this. It's true. What, you're saving money.
I have a similar problem. I don't lose hair bubbles, but I do lose elastic bands because with this trick, you can make one disappear.
Oh.
So you take the 2 elastic bands, as you did before. This time, you just twist the first one and catch it here. And I don't know if the camera can see, but the elastic band's here. When you rub it gently like this, it actually should disappear right in front of your eyes.
Where's it gone?
It's disappeared.
It's gone to Magic Land.
That is so clever. You are incredibly
There you go.
clever.
Thank
sir.
you very much.
I could never do that.
I'm sure you could with like a lot of practice and hiding your reactions. Because the issue would be you doing magic, you'd be just as impressed the fact of what happened as the
I'd
people
done it.
doing it. You're like, it did vanish.
Oh, that wouldn't work. Well, that's incredible.
Some of the workshops, there's a few tricks where I'm doing with the older group at Reef where they take a red handkerchief and make it disappear. And it's one of those tricks that you can still perform yourself and go, huh?
How did I do
how
that?
Did I do that? Yeah, it's
I'm Harry Potter.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well done. That's really cool.
Magic Sam, thank you so much for your time and entertaining Abby. I'm glad that we've... what age group do you normally do these tricks for?
So this one I'm teaching. So I am teaching the younger age group from 5 to 9s and then the 10s to 17s.
I was just wondering, so you can go and chill with the 5 to 9s because we found a magic trick that matches. Yep. That's what I was wondering, just to see what age group we can put Abby with.
And 21, so it's fine. So there you
I'm
go.
totally fine. That's cool. That's cool.
Magic Sam, thank you very much. When's your next workshop again? Straight down the camera. Tell people your next one.
3 o'clock, day after Gibraltar in Havana Lounge. And that will be my next magic show and my final magic show. And then on the penultimate C day, I'm doing a juggling workshop.
Yes, you are.
And I don't know what time that is. Maybe 11 o'clock or 3 o'clock.
I mean,
like
I can tell you what's going on in 5 weeks' time, but tomorrow I don't have a
How many balls
clue.
do you juggle at once?
I can juggle 4, nearly 5.
You can juggle 4 balls at once? Wow,
Yeah.
That's quite a handful.
Yeah, it is quite a handful.
That's pretty amazing. 4 or 5, that's pretty cool.
We could have just done it today. I could have just bought some juggling balls.
You could have. We could have tried it. Can't you juggle?
No.
There's some entertainment hosts in the fleet that can juggle.
They can.
They
'cause
can.
They're talented.
With yeah. I just want to.
I mean,
Just check, you know.
Oh. Oh no. Oh. Well, I tried. God loves a try.
God loves a trier, yeah.
So,
sheer look of disappointment on Abby's face.
Anyways, thank you very much, Magic Sam.
You're very
I will
welcome.
come and see you to learn how to do that magic indeed.
Come to the workshop.
I'm going to indeed. Stop laughing.
I will gift you these cups and balls.
To see if I
and
can
you
win.
can just keep practicing and
Yeah.
disappointing yourself
That
until you
would-
learn the magic.
It would be a very
And then you'll be
disappointing day in the land of Abbey, put it that way. So
Amazing. I can't wait to go to the office and go, let's
just try it again.
Still not happening.
We'll
It's still not happening.
Wes will have to do it again then. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to keep this forever. And I'm going to use this on my my niece when I get home and look really cool if I learn how to do it.
She'll love it.
She'll love it.
No worries.
Magic Sam, thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy the
Magic
rest of your
Sam.
day. Oh, I so enjoyed that, did you?
I could tell.
I was so into it. I know it's sad, but we've both been to Vegas, not together, and I went and seen a Chris Angel show, which is magic, but tonight's show, astonishing, leading into that.
It's astonishing.
Is incredible. I mean, we've watched it time and time again, and even we are still like, oh, it is great.
The 4th cruise that's been performed
No,
on.
is it not the 3rd? 4th, because, the little baby cruise we did, 4th time.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
It
the 4th.
is, because
yeah,
it was
is.
after the Strictly cruise, and every cruise now rolls into one for us, because we don't know what day it is, or what time it is, or, what month it is, to be
No,
honest.
so you're only the 4th audience to ever see it
Ever
on
see it.
Ventura. That's pretty cool. And it's an amazing show. When they go in, they're given a golden envelope.
Yes, with that in mind, the doors for this show with headliners, it's the one day we do not open the doors until 8 o'clock because we have to set the magic, unfortunately.
And 10 o'clock.
And 10 because the magic has to be reset.
Otherwise, you
not
don't
so
want to
many
ruin the
words.
magic.
Otherwise, you will ruin the magic, and you'll see exactly
But
what.
as I said, you get
is
a golden
what.
envelope when you go in. Don't open it. Between TV Ventura, there'll be a little a little snippet of myself interviewing Stephen Mulhern and Jonathan Wilkes.
Yeah.
So and that has a little few snippets of Astonishing on there
really
when we
good.
released it on here. So
It's the best show. We shouldn't be biased, but I think it is the best show we've got.
it's up there with all of the other ones. To
And
be
we're
honest.
quite cool because Azura is only just about to run it for the first time, so you can be better than, not better, but you can have seen it before Azura had it. Does that make sense?
Not really, but yes.
Yeah, because we've got it and they haven't yet, so we've got something they haven't.
So no, is what Abby's basically trying to say.
Basically, indeed. Right then, on to our next guest. So Alex, who have we got next?
Now, our next guest is someone that hopes you enjoyed your cruise more than anyone else because he wants you to come back and see us again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your Senior Loyalty and Cruise Sales Manager, Luke Addis. Look at that strut coming up here.
Luke.
Hello.
Hello, Luke. Welcome
Well,
to
I
TV
feel
Ventura.
a little bit disappointed that I'm second because everyone's going to think I'm really boring now after all this magic.
Do you want
but-
to see a magic trick?
But there's a
Can I
diff-
try?
You can try. I mean,
So, take
I
the
know I'm
balls
supposed to be
out.
talking about cruises and things like that, but
what? You've seen TV Ventura before.
One.
Nope.
No.
no.
I'll have a go in the office. We'll see what we can do. So, Luke, as I said, you're the person that wants people to enjoy their cruise more than they want. So you may not be able to do magic, but you can give unforgettable holiday happiness.
We can, which is pretty much the same thing.
It is.
So we do magic.
You do magic in a different way.
Different way,
So
yes.
your job is split into two categories. You've got the loyalty and future cruise sales. Let's focus on the latter part of your job title first, the future cruise. So
Yes.
talk us through a day in the life of future cruise.
So if you are on board, obviously you are, you're a
yes.
guest.
So if you're on board, you already meet
Yeah.
that criteria.
Well,
Well
hopefully
done.
they're
Number
on
one.
board.
Doing well.
And you're having an amazing time, and you think, right, we want to book our next cruise. I always like booking your next cruise whilst on board because you've got something to look forward to when you go home.
Yeah.
Don't have holiday blues, come down to see us. Now, obviously, we live on these ships. We work on board. We live on the actual ships. We go to all the destinations all the time. So we are really your destination experts. So you come down to us. We can give you all the advice that you need on all of the ships. And then we can book you on your next cruise. And we give you extra onboard spend. And
There's more.
there is. You only pay £50 per person deposit.
Is that it?
That's it.
I mean, that's like going to pictures. Do you know how expensive the pictures is these days?
Yeah.
You know, in comparison.
It's like filling up your car, really.
It is
with
like filling up a car,
petrol.
yeah.
I think
I
that's
think
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like buying popcorn at the cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah, which costs twice as much as a movie ticket.
Do you know, just go to Asda beforehand as a tip for you. Anyways,
What's Asda?
Asda is the shop. Asda.
Waitrose.
Supermarket.
It's the same as Waitrose.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I get confused.
I hate you both. Anyways, back to future cruises.
Yes, future cruises.
So onboard
so-
spend.
Pardon?
First off, onboard spend. You get extra onboard spend. You
Yeah,
get
so
free
it
money.
depends on how long your cruise is going to be for. So if you're looking at something that's over 21 nights, you'll get an extra £100 per person on top of whatever else we're already offering. So that's the key thing. You get this on top of everything else. If you're on a cruise that's over 15 nights, then you'll get £75 per person. Anything over 8 nights, it's £50 per person. Anything less than that is £25 per person.
Amazing.
it's just free money, you know, and the cruise is costing you the same amount of money, but you're paying a less deposit and you're getting extra onboard spend. So it really is.
It's worth
A
doing,
no-brainer,
isn't
isn't
It
it?
is. Now, I've got a curveball for you. A lot of our guests have someone back at home that they book through. So they normally go to a travel agent and stuff like that, that they've been going to since they started going on holiday, before the internet was all there offering deals.
Mine's called
Yep.
Moira.
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 Mine's called
Mine's called, yeah, my cruise, not my cruise, me holiday person, Moira.
Moira.
Yeah, I always ask about Ibiza. Probably not the same thing, but
So, what about Moira?
Well, don't worry, Moira. We've got you covered. Well, you're not Moira, but... so what we will do is Abby will come on board. She'll book her next holiday. And what we do is we pass that booking straight back to Moira.
But Moira gets like special benefits and like commission and stuff because she.
Yeah,
booked
so
the-
she'll get everything as if she's actually made the booking at home. So it means that Abby can go back to Moira and still deal with her. If Moira gives you any little benefits, like, for example, a deal on travel money or something like that, then you continue that relationship. If you prefer to book direct, then we just keep it direct. So it's really easy.
there's no negatives in this situation.
So if Moira booked you a Duff holiday to Ibiza and it just wasn't as wild as you thought it was going to be,
would
you can then
be-
palm Moira off and
Yeah.
just go straight.
Moira and me wouldn't be friends anymore, I tell you for free.
We want to keep Moira happy.
Yeah.
And you happy as
And
well, because you
yeah.
like Moira.
That's very good. You're keeping
That's the thing.
relationships safe as well as the
Definitely.
loyalty of coming back to Pinot. Now, tell us about the second part, the loyalty part of Pinot Cruises.
So, the loyalty part, one of the biggest parts of my role. As our guests become more and more loyal, they get more and more points. And with points, you get prizes.
How do you become
almost.
more and more loyal?
Pardon?
How do you become loyal?
You just cruise.
Just cruise.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
just
right. I can cruise.
So we give you benefits. It's not prizes, but benefits.
I feel like prizes.
It does feel like prizes. So, for example, right now, as we speak, we've got a Caribbean luncheon going on. So that's an officer-hosted luncheon with complimentary wine. I know.
Free wine. And
Why are we
food.
here, team? We've made
I mean,
the
who
wrong
organised
decision.
this going on right now? Because we could have all been down there hosting the Caribbean lunch.
So you could have fed me, is what you're trying to say, and
And
instead,
give me a glass of wine.
We could have had a glass of wine, a beautiful 3-course meal, but anyway, we're
we
doing
need to talk to
Ventura
production
TV.
to see if they can like make this TV
Different
Ventura
times.
on the move
Yeah.
Yeah.
and do the next one down there.
So we have other benefits as well. So we have cocktail parties. For me, I think one of the biggest benefits is the discount that you get to spend whilst you're on board.
So
It's fantastic.
you get onboard discount as well. So on top
Yes.
of the onboard spend, you get onboard discount as well.
Indeed, yes. So you'll get the discount when you start spending. So, for example, in the shops, the spa, the restaurants, Dixon's Travel, it's fantastic.
So you get
Don't
discount
start
on
Alex on
discounted iPads.
Yeah. And so that discount, obviously, it's fat-free. So then you get up to 10% discount on top of that. And it's all because
On
of the
top of
loyalty
the
club.
20% VAT taken off, so it's like 30% cheaper than the UK. It
Why are we
is-
not on holiday right now?
We're in the wrong job. Oh, this is just
We shouldn't be working here. We should be on
we should
holiday.
be cruising on here.
Yeah.
Well, funny you say that. You've just booked a cruise.
I have.
You're
I'm
going on.
to somewhere luxurious, somewhere hot, somewhere.
Who did you book that cruise with?
Oh,
Well, I tried to book it with you, but you went on leave
Who did you book it with?
on board.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm
It
going
was-
to Norway. I am.
Did you
How
get your
many-
low deposit and your extra onboard spend?
Absolutely, yeah, I did. And I got a choice of if I wanted onboard spend or parking.
That's it, yes.
And
what did you go for?
onboard spend because I
Because
worked out how much the
Jess-
parking was going to cost and how much onboard spend I was going to get, and it worked out it was better to have the onboard spend between the two of us because it's not for the cabin; it's per person. So we worked out with our £80 onboard spend that we're getting each, and worked out how much the parking was. We actually got more for that because it just had to be the length of the cruise. So we went,
Sometimes it works your way
Yeah.
around. You know, it's always worth checking, but we can find that out for you.
you can, and that's what happened. I went,
Yeah.
how much is parking? And then they told me, and I went, I like free money.
Exactly.
'Cause-
That's more cocktails.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the way I thought it through. So, yeah, I booked my holiday.
You're literally going not very long, isn't it?
I've found out I'm Atlantic tier.
Oh,
I know. I used to cruise when I was a child. So
Oh.
I was part of the Posh Club many years ago. I was a
Nice.
gold member of the
Port
Posh
out,
Club.
starboard home.
I know.
Is that what it stands for?
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
it just meant posh.
So what they used to have was they used to, on the way down, you'd have a cabin on the port side, and then that meant you always had the sun. And then when the cruise reached its halfway point, and then it was going to turn around, so for us, it would have been Sheffield or Naples, one of those. And that's when you get as far as you can, and then you start coming back. The cabin crew used to come into your cabin whilst you were out sunbathing, take all your clothes and move it to your other cabin, was literally just the other side of the corridor, and then you used to have the sun all the way back. So port out,
That
starboard
is
home. So they used to have that written on their luggage
incredible.
label, and that's why, because it cost a lot more, you were posh.
I mean, you learn something new every day, don't you? You really do. That's incredible. Yeah, but you're going to your cruise very shortly.
I am.
Not like today, but I mean soon.
We don't do that anymore, though.
No, we don't.
No, we do not do that
You
anymore.
can book 2 cabins and do that yourself, but it's.
I suggest you don't.
I
as
actually
a
have
northerner.
had someone do that before.
I bet you did as well.
Yeah.
How long was the cruise?
It was a 2-week cruise.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That is cool.
If you're going to do it.
Do it big.
I mean, that's living the, as they would say, the baller lifestyle.
The baller lifestyle. Now we always ask this: what is your favourite cruise to do? What would you, not as a loyalty manager and the best deal? What is the favourite cruise you've ever done?
This
Hard.
is always such a hard question for me to answer. I really, really find it hard. I mean, I've been lucky enough. I've done 2 world cruises now, so I've been to
Show
some
You've done one.
amazing places.
And a half.
Oh, 1.5. I've done 2.
I've done one. No, I'm the lowest.
But my favourite destination, I think, has to be Fiji. I love Sydney, though. San Francisco, Bora Bora, Dubai.
So basically, you're saying do a world cruise. Do you know
Mine-
what? Don't do anything, but just do a world cruise.
Mine for beauty is the second leg of the world cruise if you're going the San Francisco way round.
Yeah.
Where it's
So I did the other way around.
It's where you
San
do the-
Francisco was last to me.
San Francisco and you go through the South Pacific. And I didn't do Bora Bora. We did Apia and Pango Pango.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
And going to Mexican sinkholes in Samoa, where it's just crystal clear blue water down there, climbing down some wooden little ladder. And it was just 4 of us in there. It was just the most picturesque day I think I've ever
It
had.
is stunning. But what a lot of people think is that to do those destinations, you have to do the full world cruise, but you just do a sector. So I know people that have done a full world cruise over the course of about 5 years or so, because you can do, for example, Southampton to San Francisco to Sydney, Sydney to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Dubai, Dubai to Southampton. So, you know, you don't have to do the full world cruise, so that's another option.
If you're looking for the cultured one, that's normally leg 4. It's normally 3 and 4. 3's a bit of Australia, but leg 4's your sort of Asia and that
Yeah.
sort of
Oh, it's
area around there.
great, Asia. I love
Asia's
Asia.
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Such
But then
friendly people.
I love the Caribbean as well.
Well, you can't not love the Caribbean.
Yeah, you
I
can,
mean,
can you?
when we
I
was
ca-
on board recently in January and February, and we was doing those longer cruises.
Do you know, we even still talk about this now because we have pretty much the same company. I mean, Ventura's Chips company tend to come back over and over. So that's why, you know, you come on Ventura, you know everyone. It was just great, wasn't it? Where were you?
It was
Britannia?
amazing.
Now, you haven't got like the standard because we went Southampton to Southampton, Caribbean 28 nights, USA 35 nights. Were you on Britannia?
So Britannia, where
So you were
it
doing
was,
Fly Caribbean
it was
every
14
cruise.
nights, and we only had 3 sea days. And it was Barbados to St. Lucia to Barbados, and you could either do Barbados to St. Lucia to Barbados, or Barbados to Barbados, or St. Lucia to St. Lucia. So we had loads of guests coming all the time, and we just had an amazing party, and it was great fun. So whatever, enjoy your cruise.
We
That's the
loved
beauty
it,
of
didn't
Sydney.
we?
If you
We
want to
had
go to
a lo-
America anyway, like don't care.
That's
It
the
is a
beauty of the
great-
Caribbean, though, because, you know, if you want to have a long cruise to escape pretty much the whole of winter, then do Ventura's 28 nights or 35 nights. And in fact, quite a few people done both.
Yeah,
Loads of people
it was
done
like
both.
120 we had doing like 75 days. And they
Yeah.
were like your family, weren't they, by the end?
Yeah, I love
They
that.
would bring you sweets from a shore. I've just brought you, and they'd come in your office, he has a cup of tea. They'd become like your mum and dad.
They really do.
Like
They really
family.
do. I love it.
You
That's
did,
nice.
did you? It was lush, wasn't it? But we have brand new cruising coming out soon, and me and Alex are so interested in this because we keep saying, "Let's go and book it." Because we're actually friends in real life.
It's
Believe it or not.
friends are like when we're on board, we actually talk when we get off as well. No, the one that Abby's referencing is obviously you've got your Dubai and Arabian Gulf cruise at the moment, but the
Yes.
2020 brochure's just come out. Oh wow!
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
It goes to Dubai and India.
I see. Now, that's the reason why that one really appeals to me, because I was talking to my girlfriend and I said, look, we go to Dubai, but next year, I think they're going to have this itinerary. She went, oh, I want to go to India. Now, I'm allergic to the world. I'm the worst date. And so India is a country I always want to go to and do it properly, but I'm always scared of the food.
Plus, he will die if he eats like anything that he's not allowed.
Hence the allergic part, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No, but it's really bad, isn't it? Like, I'm not being dramatic. You will die.
yeah. I mean, everyone will eventually, but
I'm not trying to dramatise that. I just mean he's like allergic to everything, bless him, aren't you?
no, I
So
am.
you've got to be careful.
And so that's why the joys of doing it on a cruise is I can go to the great places, but then I still know I'm going to have the comfort and the food and everything that I know they can cater for my food allergies.
This is it. I mean, it's so popular. Also, talking, just reminded me actually.
Talk
So for the end of 2019 and the beginning of 2020 up to March, if you book a Dubai Arabian Gulf cruise, you get double onboard credit if you book on board.
Sold.
So how much are we talking?
So it does depend on the sort of cabin that you're going
Obviously,
for.
yeah.
But we would give you normally an additional £50 for booking that cruise on top of whatever else they're offering, and that offer changes. But then we're now going to give you £100 on top of what else they're already offering.
I'm a bit dozy. Can I just check? Are flights included? Because I would book the total wrong flight. I'd end up in Sydney.
It's better than that. The flights are included with who?
Emirates.
They're proper posh.
They're very
They're
posh.
like the posh club. They're the real posh.
Best thing about Emirates, I flew to Emirates. I've done Emirates twice to Australia and back, and you get, I know, on my gap year, and you get these little stickers, and one says, "Do not disturb." One says, "Wake me up for duty free," and one says, "Wake me up for food," and you stick them on the top of your seat. And so they come round and they can see, because obviously you're going to be sleeping for the flight, they can see what you need to be woken up for, so that way you don't miss stuff. But then they also can just leave you alone. How cool is that?
Well, I mean, that
That's
is
actually
amazing.
really
isn't it? I'm
cool,
like,
isn't it?
wow, why don't we do
Brilliant.
that? You know, in your sunbed, do not disturb. I am
Wake me
tanning.
up for drinks.
Wake me up for drinks.
Cocktail party.
me.
And then the other thing is obviously got the Airbus A380. I'm a proper geek with just weird stuff. And so, you know, when you're in the airplane, you get the window seat, and everyone likes a window seat to look out of, but you end up sort of sat there like this for most of the flight. Well, I don't, because I'm 5'0", so I sit there, feel like I've got extra leg room like this for the whole flight. I can
Whereas
imagine
I
Luke,
don't, 'cause
Whereas
I'm
I have to
5'8".
pay for that.
I can imagine you're like this on a window
Just to
seat.
say, Luke, stand up and Alex, stand up to see the difference between size. But there's nothing wrong with small things. It's all about quantity, not quality. I mean, quality, not quantity. I tried. I
I'm
knew what
afraid
I
we'll have to
meant.
take your first answer, Abby. But no, because it's A380, it's got a flat wall. So the window one, you're not like that. It's actually a proper wall to sit next to. So it's actually the better seat to have is the window seat. They are such amazing planes.
So as you can tell, we're very interested in Fly Dubai because we all love Dubai, don't we? We do.
Oh,
We did the world cruise. Yes, we
did.
did.
Did we go to the shopping centre together?
We did go to the shopping
Yeah,
centre
and didn't we go
together.
to the Cheesecake Factory?
We did. Me and Luke always follow each other. That's why people think we're in a relationship, don't they? Because we seem to do every contract together now.
Well,
No, this is my favourite thing about
make things
Dubai.
happen.
Tell me.
When you said you went to the shopping mall, did you go to the one with the ski slope or the ice skating rink?
The ice
Because
skating
that's how
rink.
you have to justify which one you're
Yeah.
going
And
to.
with the sharks inside.
The sharks, the aquarium.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Oh.
mean, we're not just talking sharks.
Little
We're talking.
That was the Dubai Mall.
Sharks.
That's the Dubai Mall because the
Yeah.
ski slope's the
It's called
Emirates
the Royal
Mall.
Dubai Mall.
Yeah, the other one's the Emirates
The
Mall.
Emirates Mall. But we didn't have time to do both because we just got so excited over these sharks and this ice skating rink.
Now, on that cruise in the 2021, do you go to, I can't say it, I'll get it wrong, island?
Sayanibas Island.
That's the one!
How do you say it?
Sayanibas Island.
Sayani Bass Island.
Sayani Bass.
Sayanibas.
We're going to remember
Bass
that for today,
Island.
and next time we talk to you, we'll have forgotten it.
Yeah.
Do you do that one on the 2020?
You do, yes.
Now, this island, I told Abby about this because the last time we did TV Ventura, she got so excited because I looked at the itinerary. Generally, I'm going to be booking this cruise. By that, I mean my girlfriend's told me I'm booking this cruise, so I'm booking this cruise.
Under the thumb.
But if she's happy, I'm happy. So,
Just say yes.
moving swiftly on. And we looked at it, right, I know that, I know Bahrain, I know that. And I went, come again? Where? Chucked into Google, because, you consult the Oracle. Now, this island has around the outside white beach sand, the 4-poster white beds that you can sit there and lay on, the double beds, and then fences. And inside that fences is a safari. a safari.
with real animals,
Opposed
like
to
not
fake
zoo
ones?
animals. No, like not ones that are kept in a zoo. Like they're kept in a safari, so they're like allowed to roam free.
It's amazing.
Do you know what I mean?
I got where you're going
yeah,
there,
yeah, like you know what I mean. And it's amazing, isn't it?
Like giraffes and cheetahs.
Yeah.
And
It's going to be absolutely one of the highlights. I
Incredible.
mean, you think Dubai is going to be the highlight, but there's going to be
Nah.
that one, as soon as
such
I
an
saw
amazing
that, I went,
cruise.
so you can spend the day by the beach, sunbathing, and in the afternoon playing with cheetahs.
You can pet an
And
animal.
that's a different.
I don't know if you can play with them. I wouldn't recommend that.
I mean, it's
They're
not
just big
recommended.
cats. Have you not seen the film Dr. Dolittle? They're just big cats, is
Which
all
is
they
based
do.
on a true story.
Yeah. So, no. You've not around with me too much. No, they are just big cats. Though they have the same bodies as cats, just bigger. It's very true. But you know, they eat meat. Don't know where I'm going with
And
that one.
opposed to cats, which are vegetarian.
Well, you say that. My dog, right? I've got a dog, a Shih Tzu called Dougal, and he eats cucumber. And yeah, they usually eat meat, don't they? And he likes tuna.
But okay.
Yeah. Anyways, moving swiftly on, because I don't know where you're going with
Let's.
that.
We'll talk about
Back
that.
to the cruising. So come and visit us on the Loyalty. Even
Now,
if you
where's
don't
your
want to
desk?
book a cruise on Loyalty and Future Cruises, go and chat to them, because these guys, you know everything. You know,
Yeah.
even if you're thinking of going somewhere, like to Dubai for 2 weeks, these guys, ask the crew. I mean, you know, we do go to these places a lot. People forget we know, you know.
Yeah,
like, for
often,
example, Gran Canaria, people go, is there a beach? Yep, straight down there, all the way at the bottom. You can go to it, go to the beach. What can you do? What else can you do? Where's the Burger King? Can tell you where every Burger King is in every single port.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. We know where every Wi-Fi is and everything. So, you know, it's great fun. It is, yeah.
And if we don't know the answer to the question, then we will find out for you.
Absolutely. Now, Luke, before we go, what I need to know is where are you situated?
Deck 5, opposite Shore Excursions, next door to the perfume shop, so we always smell good.
Oh, you smell good anyway.
Thank you.
Before we get bombarded with people that I'm sure you can now see on the bottom of your TV screen, it looks like a dodgy pirated movie now. So with that, thank you very much for coming, Luke, and we will come, I'm sure, and see you, and Abby and I will be booking our cruises very, very shortly.
We will indeed.
It's a pleasure. Thank you
because
very
we now
much for
have
having
a
me.
full room. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Luke a round of applause. Now you can hear the full audience. See? Full audience. So, because TV Ventura is about to go out at 2:15, you're going to start seeing people come slowly in more and more. Starting at 2 o'clock this afternoon, which
Well,
is going to go out after
why-
TV.
It's going out to...
Because I'm explaining why all these lovely people are here.
Yeah, no, but yeah, well, they're here for a movie, aren't they?
Yeah, what's the film? Do you know?
The Greatest Showman.
It is the
I know
Greatest
that is because you
Showman.
told me before it started.
I did indeed. And you've got loads of stuff going on today. Of course, it is Black and White Night, including your Chef's Parade. Don't forget your cameras. Headliners Theatre Company, astonishing. I could be a newsreader. Karaoke is on as well. Josh Daniels is back, the comedian, at 10:45. Holly Holyoke is on in Tamarind. And we've got late night comedy this evening. And remember, Alex, what do we say? If you are easily
You're
offended,
please don't come.
don't come, because you will be offended. And that's pretty much it, other than to say...
Thank you very much for tuning in.
Yeah.
I said literally straight after this will be the Astonishing little DVD, so you can have a look and find out a bit about Astonishing.
Yeah.
That will be on tonight. Apart from that, whatever you do, have a fantastic day, evening, and it's Gibraltar tomorrow. So we'll hear you clanking up the
Clanking.
gangway. And don't get attacked by monkeys. Apes.
Apes. They're very,
And-
very attacking.
Very, very what?
Attacking.
Attacking.
Yeah,
They're
they
just
learn to steal stuff.
very
so.
friendly.
Yeah.
Apart from that, thank you very much for tuning in. We will see you around the ship. For myself, Alex, your entertainment manager.
Bye.
I'm going to say your name.
Abby. Bye.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that